What's up? What's up, good people? Let me let everyone know that I am currently live. I'm right now. I'm just doing a whole bunch of surprise, random lives. So let me share this. This is definitely unplanned, but K9 is live, so we're gonna be taking a look at the charts of it. Like we just somebody just really bought in like this candle right here. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to get everything all situated. Like this was not planned for the most part. All right, I just sent out the post. Get the chat pulled up, see if I can see it. What's up, guys? Are y'all able to hear me? Okay. CJ, what's going on? Jameson, what's going on? So K9, it is live, guys. It is live. And I'm over here contemplating should I, go ahead and spend this ETH gas to cop me some. Because really, that's the biggest thing, guys. I hate ETH gas with a passion. Thank you, brother. Man, it's crazy. I'm still surprised, especially like by how I was able to do it. Like, and really, it's a big shout out to Crypt IQ. They're killing it. So right now, we're seeing history in the making, and plus, it's currently trending as well too on hot pairs. You have MIC, Magic Internet, Cash. It's the first time hearing of this, but it probably was launched today. Yep. Or no, it's been around a little bit. Since when? June of 23. Quit pretty low, but got Pandora, which is the 404. That's constantly trending. And I love these 404s, these 404s. This is why I think skulls could do pretty well too. On Shibarium, if they could get added to this list as well, that would be awesome. That way, whenever anyone wants to come to the market looking for 404s, once that start really pop off, because right now it's gonna be in a dying stage as far as like people not talking about it. There's so many other things going on, and all of a sudden, a mania is gonna come and rush in. And for me, I'm just still waiting for a lot of these assets to get a lot lower. One in particular that I have my eyes on because it is listed on an exchange. What is it? Alien. So it's at 73, which is pretty low in all honesty. But hopefully we could see this one go down even further. So it's 10,000. So I definitely love to see that go a little lower. GARI, backed by Solana. All right, let me take a look at that. Just create a new one. GARI. It's a USDT pair. It's a USDC pair. Is this the one you're talking about? So OKX and KuCoin. Let's take a look at this. What happened here? Is this the oh, that is the one. Okay. Yeah, that's the one. GARI network. Do you know what happened here as far as this big dump? Supply is 371 million. Let's go to CoinMarketCap and take a look, a little bit more. Look at this. And it's ranked in the top 1,000, which is not too bad. So max supply is 992 million, currently sitting at, we'll say, roughly 4 cents. All right, so it is on OKX. What's the goal for this one? What are you looking to do? You looking to 10x, get 30 cents, 100x, going to $3. Yeah, let's. I did see. We're just looking at K9, just a few. It's this these dang fees, guys. I hate Ethereum fees. And I thought about getting it at point, it was like 0.408. I was like, this could be a pretty good entry. And as soon as I was thinking about that, we got this one, I guess a whale just popped in and just swiped up on it. Let's switch it to the Ethereum. All right, there it is, K9. This is very promising, especially for the type of token that it is and the utility that's behind it. And so far, 267 users. I think that's wrong. Last time I checked, it was like over 1,000. Let me go to, okay, 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 holders so far. Said 30,000 people buying it right now. Where they're buying it at? I mean, I think it's only on Uniswap. Let me catch up with some of the chats right here. Whale Slayer, what's up, man? Yeah, that's see, um this is what I don't like. The Ethereum gas price, guys. I can't stand, and this is why a lot of tokens that I just been staying away from anything that's dealing with Ethereum. Cause I would have to pay 70 something bucks. Automatically I'm 70 something bucks in the hole, if I'm buying something. And I get it, this is more long term. So I'm gonna wait to exchange listings so that way I could get me some K9. I may play it at a higher price. That's something that I'm willing to risk. But for me, paying like these high gas prices, I just can't stomach it anymore. What do you think it will go to a dollar, or you talking about K9? Or are you talking about, because I was talking about GARI as far as going to a dollar? Well, because right now on Shiba Swap, I mean, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know why it's not on Uniswap. And it could be just strategically due to the fact that Uniswap is an exchange that is used more. But I know eventually once Shiba Swap comes out, 2.0, it is going to be on Shibarium. So, okay, yeah. GARI, it all depends, like, what are they, because I don't know nothing about them. So it all depends what they got cooking up. Um, if I'm just going based upon like similar tokens that's within this circulating supply range, it could absolutely get to a dollar. But it all depends on what the team is cooking up. So I wouldn't see a reason, like especially if it's a good team behind it and they're got something in the pipeline that's gonna help the token be used, then I could see this going to a dollar. Because it's still got all of this to fill. Because this death. Because think about it, like everyone who bought into this prior to this drop right here, they were all right here. So if this token is able to have a nice reversal and probably with a breakout past 10-ish, then it could have a nice little rally on the upside. And for me, like if I do a little bit more research on it, find out they have like a decent team or something like that, Like putting $100 into this wouldn't be the worst idea. Because at the end of the day, it's actually GAR recent airdrop also going to their users 100K plus on chain daily volume. So it's airdrop. So anytime, and this is what the thing is with airdrop tokens. You see, I mean, probably not to this extent, but you typically see huge sell offs because people are receiving, when it comes to airdrops, reward tokens, and these are the type of tokens that I tend to stay away from as far as like me going out to the open market and buying, because if I'm trying to buy an airdrop token, like I need to wait until this inevitable dump. Because if imagine if you just got airdropped a few $1,000 or a few, in some cases some people get a few hundreds or even millions of dollars, and you have it, and the way for you to be able to capture that $100,000 or $1,000,000 is by selling. So anybody in their right mind, they're gonna sell, and this is what you tend to see happen for these charts. But after this happened, especially for this long, as far as with the consolidation period, um, it's gonna more likely have a recovery. But it all depends on like the team itself, if they're continuing to work in the background as far as with that token. And also if there's not going to be more that's being added to the market, as far as that's it, you know, want the airdrop, there's no more diluting it. And that's another thing too, I hate like any token that is uh inflationary. If more is coming to the market, more likely I'm not gonna buy it long term. Have you checked out I did a DJ on it about a week ago. Started ripping a little yesterday. Let's take a look. What's the ticker for it? Is it COLANA? Is this it right here? Right now, oh goodness, this is a nice looking chart. Currently breaking out, so it's yeah, have a nice breakout right here, especially in this area. And for me, I always look for at the minimum 100% up move. And once it goes past 100%, like as far as like where it's gonna go, continue to keep going, that's unpredictable. But supply, is that the real supply of it? I mean, let me see. Oh yeah, current supply only 99 million. That's pretty low, which is a good thing. That just lets me know that it may have more room to be able to go up, especially if you think this could be a long term play as far as the team developing it in the background. So, my opinion, this could be a good. It's now when I say it's a good thing. So for people who are just coming in, if you're buying in here, like between these consolidation period, yeah, absolutely a good play. Now, if you're trying to buy it here, you're literally buying at the top. So for anyone who got all up in here, definitely a good play there. Yeah, their white paper was kind of impressive, so I could come to know something from you. Hey, mate, did I miss anything special for Bone? Nothing special. Um, Shiba Inu was pumping, so Bone automatically started pumping as well too. So nothing in particular happened as far as that I would say that, you know, special for Bone. But I'm glad that we are in the dollars. I mean, barely above a dollar. We're at a 101. We met this resistance area right here, which is that 115 to like 120. Um, it was crazy. Like when it was pumping, it got all the way up to like 170, guys. And also, I think another. It's not a major reason because I seen the team. They started swapping bone for Sheeb. They should have did that earlier, in my opinion. Especially like when we were seeing like the 7 million in volume, that could have got absorbed really quickly with a few swipes. But now that things are starting to cool down, that shouldn't be the time as far as to be able to do it. You gotta, in my opinion, they gotta capitalize on the volume. When the volume comes, then that's when you're supposed to be able to swap it out. 14 thumbs up, guys. So if you're just coming in, make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well. This is 100% degen. I have no idea where it will go, but thought I'll share. No, 100%. And the crazy thing about it, like with the degen, especially if you having really good risk reward on them, then at the end of the day, it's not really a degen. I mean, I get it. Like if you're, getting something while it's going green, yeah, I would consider that degen. But if you're buying something with very good risk reward, I think that's like smart investing, especially if you're just gonna flip it, you know. When they start burning, one price will go up to. What do you mean? Binance when list as will be nice. Will Bone get burns? I'm hoping. I'm hoping so. They mentioned burns for Bone before, so I am hoping we see that because if we are able to see more, or if we are able to see burns on Bone, then of course that's gonna decrease the circulating supply, what's currently out in the market. Let's go back to K9. $99 for gas. Yeah, I'm over it. I am over it. That's ridiculous. That's high. That's highway robbery, man. So you mean to tell me if I have to pass through a toll, and I'm just talking about like in a real world, passing through like a toll, paying $99, like I would not go on that trip. Right? People who have bigger pockets than I am, they're gonna do it. So more power to them. Have you guys caught some of the latest news that's happening? One of the partners of Sheeb, they just got funding, like 74, $75 million or something like that. So it looks like at least that partnership, just from what I'm looking at, is going in the right direction. It was Zama. Pull this up. $73 million of funding. And the crazy thing about it, their follower count before they announced the 73 million, it was roughly maybe about 2,000, 3,000. So now people are looking at them more seriously because of, they got big seed investors that's coming in and funding it. And the fact that we're using them just put a little bit more legitimacy behind the partnership. Because one of things that I always hear people say, like, "Oh, Shiba Inu, when we do our partnership, it's always with somebody that's small." I mean, $73 million in funding, that is not small at all. Every time I look at Gensler, he remind me of the robot on I Am Legend. Or no, not I Am Legend, but crap, what's iRobot? Let me see if I could find a photo. And I want you guys to tell me if it's if he doesn't look like him. I need to charge up my phone. I'll be right back, guys. Again, if you guys are just coming in, go ahead and hit that like button. I'm back. Win $100 bone. I'm hoping before the end of the year. That would be awesome if we could see that by the end of the year. All right, let me show you what I was talking about with Gary Gensler. Like, this is who he remind me of. Every time I see him on TV, I'm like, this remind me of Gary Gensler. What other plays are some of you guys are into? Can you explain what burning crypto is to me and why someone would burn theirs? That's the thing. People, majority of the people would not burn their crypto, because, like, I'm just burning my money. But what they would do though is, like, anytime that transaction are done, like, it's common in as far as in crypto that there's fees associated to you doing transactions. So for those fees that's being collected, they're gonna turn around and buy it and then just burn it. So it's just gonna be like a collective effort. But as far as anyone just going out and just personally burning up their crypto, to me that's like the most ridiculous concept. Unless if it's like, hey, we're gonna come together and we're just gonna buy it up on this one day and we're just gonna burn it. But just freely just burning your supply, like, nah, that's not happening. Old Gary Bot. So we had that initial pop right here, which is the FOMO. But we have a nice little floor that's being set right here. So for me, and this is the mindset that you guys had to have. Like if I didn't have a position into this, um, what I would do is simply just wait for it to have a dip back down to a support area. And this would be the support area. So that way, in my mind, I'm, thinking in my head, I am not buying at the top. But the only risk behind that, as far as you waiting for this, is that it may not come back down there. Honk Echo just said, got in. What did I miss? K9 Finance just launched. So we're just looking at the price action of it here. I bought Sheeb last year and completely forgot it. I had it, and that's probably for the best too, because there's so many people that bought Sheeb last year and they end up selling due to the fact of the bear market. When it comes to the bear market, and I've been a victim of this before in the past, is like you see, so like if you're a person that watches your portfolio daily, it gets depressing. And at some point you're like, you know what, I had enough of this. Let me just sell, and that way I could keep a little bit of the capital that I once had. So that was probably the best thing for you, not to be around through this brutal bear cycle there. And a lot of my family did the same thing too. Family and friends. Because after Sheeb had this big pop up, that's when I started getting the texts, the phone calls. Like, hey man, thank you for letting me know about it. For a while, my portfolio was looking, with just straight in the reds. Anybody got any prediction for K9 price in the first price in the next few weeks? Um, Not enough data to be able to say for sure. But I know, like future, it should be at least somewhere close to a penny. Because right now it's at what, 4 zeros, I think. So 10x is definitely not out the picture. 100x with utility. And they already outlined that that's going to come out closer towards the end of the year, or Q3. What is leash price prediction? Leash is a hard one to predict. And the reason why I say it's hard to predict is like I can't really attach anything like happening for leash to be able to justify like any price. So it's really a wild card, just like how it, almost overnight got close to like $1,500. I couldn't have said, hey, I'm able to predict that, but I know for sure having leash is definitely a smart move, because as easily as it went from what, 300 to close to 1,500, who is to say it can't go from 690 all the way to 4,000? Did Lucy say bond will go to $2 to $3 by March? Yeah, she said that. Gotten close. It got to 170. I want to set up a mining rig but power where I'm at is 18 cents per kilowatts. So that killed my dream. Yeah, one thing that I noticed when it comes to that, the people that are mining, um, a lot of time they're already, you know, their power or where they're at is automatically already set up for something, and they just use that diverted power for it. Or if they're somewhere in the cold, because another thing with that is the heating source of it. Any news I should know about? And did you guys have issues buying on Coinbase when Shiba Inu was pumping? So it's been kind of funny that they're going at each other. Ralph has been missing for 24 hours. The search party was started. So Ralph is a Shibarium meme token, and you have Shiba Punks, which is I wouldn't classify them as a meme because they are building, but they do have NFT. So they're battling as far as what is the number one meme token on Shibarium. So they're going at it. Ralph is looking pretty good though. I bought that when really when no one was looking. Let me get Ralph pulled up. Likes having a some dip. I roughly got in right here. I bought it right here. Initially, I bought it like somewhere up here, and I DCA'd like super hard because I FOMO when it first came out. FOMO, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just get a better position, get a better DCA, and I bought a whole bunch right here. Then now I'm finally up. So one thing that I'm really waiting for is that volume to come onto Shibarium. How much bone is now on L1? I have to do another video just to be able to see and go through the ether scan and just but yeah, I'm definitely gonna make another video about that too. Because the last video that I did was what, maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, and it was roughly 170 million, at least from what I calculated, because I was excluding, as far as what circulation I should say. I was excluding this wallet, excluded this because this is the bridging wallet right here. Like the treasury, I took that out. The deployer, I took that out. Um, and yeah, when it was all said and done, for circulating supply, it was like 170 million that's currently being circulated, which is not bad because if you think about BNB circulating supply somewhere like 150, I believe, even lower, 149. So when people say like Bone can never get to $100, look at the market cap on Solana and look at the circulating supply. 443 million token, guys, and they're sitting at $147. And we have a circulating supply of 170 million. Like that could be done. And plus two, we're still waiting on the liquidity event being listed on more exchanges. Well, there's a lot of stuff that we are waiting on just to happen. And these next few months as it comes, like right now, is definitely the best time to be a bone holder. So any dips that I see, I am scooping up. For the longest, Bitcoin been sitting here at the 67, 67, 8. Can I convert ERC-20 bone to BNB to avoid those insane gas fees, or do I have any thoughts on ETH gas? Um, I think what is it? There's an exchange. I forgot the name of the exchange where you could convert it from ERC, the ERC-20, and on that exchange you could swap it out to get BNB. There's that possibility. Because doing it, I forgot what's that name of that exchange that it integrated Shibarium. Anybody remember the name of the exchange? Is it get some? But there is a centralized exchange that already integrated it. It is pretty big. Nah, I wish it was Robinhood. Yeah, I know it starts with the G. I forgot. I don't know if it's Getbit or I don't know. But they integrated it, and I see a lot of people use them to be able to get their bone from the layer two, um, and they swap it out that way to any other one. I agree, and that's what I'm really starting to think. So the question said, well, the statement was, it seems like CEX are waiting on volume. Aside from the numbers and the tokenomics for Bone are good. I think so too, and I think another element behind it too is TVL, because we just seen Blast get a which is a layer two, just got a Binance integration, and they've been out 4 days. But their TVL in itself, they raised. I mean, they had like over $2 billion of TVL. So it seems like they like to follow where the money's at. You said I staked some bone on Shibarium. Now it is not there. Do you know anything about this happening? I staked it on Africa. Did you stake it with the when you checked it? Did you check it with the same wallet? And also, are you? Let's see if I can pull it up. Sheep.io. I'm gonna get mine pulled up and just see, cause I did a test one. All right, so first things first, when you're on it, are you on the mainnet? Ethereum mainnet. Right now I'm on Shibarium, so I'm trying to get this switched over. I think it's moving slow, especially with MetaMask now. Do you guys experience those lags on MetaMask? Okay, there it goes. So on here, I just go to Stake Bone. It's been a minute since I history, my account. Yeah, there it is right here. My account, the same 8 bones that I staked from I guess from the start, it's still on here. So one thing that I make sure is, because I'm not having that issue. I don't know if anybody else is. Why would I buy K9 with fees when I can just buy niche and wait for Shiba to pump? I'm not overcomplicating this. K9 is a nothing burger until Q3. But Crypto Chevy, hopefully that helped out. Just make sure that you got the staking wallet that you use. Make sure you're on Ethereum. Go to my account. And as far as like the total staked should pop up on here. Currently up 666%. I can't find some ETH I bridged over. Where did you bridge it? Did you bridge it to Ethereum or did you bridge it to Shibarium? Yeah, this right here is going parabolic. 7 zeros. Now it's at 5 zeros. Jeez. MOG coin. This is crazy. I'm surprised I'm not seeing anybody on Twitter talking about this. You think Shibarium? So if it's on Shibarium, you gotta add the Ethereum. You gotta add the Ethereum on there. Did you add Ethereum address on there? Easiest way to find it, if you go to like Dex tool. Ethereum. Go to Shibarium. Gotta find the one with the biggest pool. Or is right? Wrapped Ethereum. And this is the contract address right here. So make sure that that is added into your wallet so that way you could see the Ethereum. I can only load a MetaMask. I can't see the chat thing. Whatever icon that is, I can load the MetaMask. That's not what I used. What did you use? Did you use some Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet? Dog money is taking over the internet. Co-founder of BitMEX. Yo, like anytime I see this, my heart just dropped, guys. I seen Binance, and I seen Auto. I was like, no, did it just happen? It's gonna happen. Massive thank you to the guys at Rug Free Coins for integrating Shibarium. Shibarium tokens can now list their token on their site slowly but surely. We expand the chain. All right, this deserves a like and a retweet. This is when I should have just constantly accumulated, but I didn't. I just got my same bag from the last cycle. Oh, dang, you said you can't find your account. Not a problem. Not a problem at all. Look, I was new at one point or another. Like crypto is definitely there is a learning process, but once you get it, like you got it. So this may be the first, depending, yeah, this may be the first metaverse that's coming to Shibarium right here. So this is what they got working on. So this is definitely gonna be dope just to have a metaverse in the mix. Anybody got in onto the BRC-20s? Because I'm still holding my bags in BRC-20. Maybe after Shiba Swap 2.0, big CEX listing. That's what I'm hoping as well too. Because then we get higher TVL. See if I could pull up the current TVL right now. We see higher TVL. then I guess, yeah, like I really don't understand like what some of these exchanges are thinking. Like for them buying Bone at this price point, easy money. Not only would it appreciate over time for them, but they could get in on some of the volume that's currently happening. So TVL 1.6 million. So it definitely surpassed what we saw in August. And keep in mind, in August, the price was roughly around like 150, 160. So even with the lower price, our TVL is higher. And just going back to this, they got 564 million TVL. But as far as like how much was that's currently on change, I think they're not recording everything because numbers that I was seeing was like 2 billion. But look what they have though, lending. So we definitely need lending as well. And I think somebody said pause swap. I could be wrong. But do you think K9 could be a successful project? I think it can because since the liquid staking, it's like one of the biggest things when it comes to any chain. So that model in itself, it has been proven. Because look, if you look at liquid staking, TVL, this is across 5 chains, $37 billion. And you have restaking, then you have lending, and you also have liquid staking, 4.6 billion off of one chain. So that is a huge successful sector, liquid staking. And back in March of 2023, before Shibarium launched, I said whatever project that brings liquid staking onto Shibarium is going to be very, very successful and it's going to help blow up the chain. So this is why I'm super excited about K9. Now, I still haven't bought any K9 yet. I had an opportunity just to be able to get in onto like the seed round. I passed on it due to the fact that I just didn't want to deal with Ethereum. Like as stupid as it sounds, like I just didn't feel like going on the exchange, transferring some Ethereum into my decentralized wallet, then do another transfer. Like I didn't want to have to do all of that. So I was like, I'll just wait till it get on Shibarium and I'll just deal with it then. But looking at it now, it's doing fairly well for a launch, and this is day one of it. Please don't stake Bone on Shibarium right now. Shibarium is still in its test phases. Um, no, it's not in a test phase anymore. I mean, it's live. I guess you could say they can use data from this time period, but it's not in this testing. If Shiba Swap 2.0 comes out, will that make Bone go down since the first Shiba Swap is Bone, or is it or if I'm understanding that right? Okay, no, it won't because the first Shiba Swap that's on Ethereum. That's on Ethereum network, so it was really benefiting Ethereum. So Shiba Swap 2.0, that's actually gonna help Bone because if we look at like the TVL of what's currently on Shiba Swap right now, get that pulled up. Majority of the pairs that you're gonna see is paired with Ethereum. So $30 million. I think about half of it, which is 15 million, is dealing with Ethereum. Because remember, anytime that you have to swap anything, you have to use the Ethereum gas. And since you're on Ethereum chain, those are Ethereum tokens. Let's see if it'll let me be able to see something. Yeah, like you see here, this is paired with Ethereum. Luffy paired with Ethereum, paired with Ethereum. Like majority of these are paired with Ethereum. So you have like few in between that have like a SHIB pair, but majority of them, Kishu, Ethereum, Embed, Ethereum. So these are all Ethereum based tokens. So once we get it onto Shibarium, instead of it being paired with Ethereum, it's going to be paired with Bone. So once it's paired with Bone, that's what's going to help Bone out, because now you're getting Bone from, the circulating supply. And anytime somebody wanted to buy, let's say Kishu, if that was on on Shibarium, then they would need to get their Bone, swap it to be able to get Kishu. So hopefully that helps. And I even have a little diagram of how it would look. It would be something like this. Bone paired with Kishu. So you as the person right here. Sheesh. You as the person right here would need to have Bone in your wallet. And you're swapping your Bone to be able to get this Kishu. Now, once that happened, that Bone that you have is being added to this liquidity pool. And essentially, it's being taken away from the circulating supply. Not only that, the liquidity pool in itself, before you do any of your swap, you have Bone just sitting in the liquidity pool, because in order for this to have a price, you have to put up some Bone. So this is why like the Shiba Swap 2.0 is very, very important for Bone to be very successful, because the more that we're able to do as far as a TVL, a huge TVL on Shiba Swap, the better the price of Bone is going to be. Because not only that, right now, I mean, from my last calculation, there was 170 million Bone that's available. So if new projects or devs are coming out, they want to be on Shibarium, essentially they're going to come from this pool to be able to get more Bone, to add it to the liquidity pool, which would decrease this value amount of what's being circulated, what's in the open market for people to buy. And that's going to have a positive impact on the price of Bone. Thoughts on Zeta? What is Zeta? Let's see. Zeta is the one on Ethereum. You like the way I'm drawing? Straight chicken strap scratch. Zeta recently launched in February. Now, without knowing much about the project, this is just only from a TA, technical analysis standpoint. If I'm looking for entries, I would probably be looking somewhere close to here. and I'll break it down to why. All right, so this is why. So we had this initial spike during the launch, followed by a sell-off. It finally rebounded, and initially anyone who bought in between here, they're in the green. Now you had this, after you have this nice bounce, it does have to have a cool off period with consolidation, which is what we're seeing right now. And it tried to break below this initial point, and it couldn't. You had buyers come in and they stepped in, hence why we seen this like wick right here. So this is a rejection as far as it trying to go to lower levels. It tried to bounce again, and it was met by a double top. Here's the top right here. Attempted to pass it, double top. Now, when it comes to asset, they tend to trade in between ranges, like from support to resistance. And this is what we're kind of seeing right now. So, rejection, it tried to go lower by breaching this floor right here, which is the support. It was met by more buyers stepping up, coming to the plank and just buying it up. So this showing that it has two like fake breakdowns. Let's see if I could draw it. This is fake breakdown number one. Oops, with this wick right here. Then you get a second fake breakdown right here. So if I'm investing into this, being the fact that the chart is still new, I would play it off of this area right here as far as risks. Like if it comes, let's say it starts going up. Let's see if I could draw something. Guess it won't let me draw. But let's say if it starts bouncing right here, then all of a sudden it starts going back down. If I'm buying anywhere in between this, I would cut my losses. And that's only if I'm doing like one shot, one kill, which I don't recommend that. Anytime I'm investing, I want to give myself room to be able to scale into a position. So if I'm super bullish on this asset, if I'm doing, let's say if I'm saying, hey, the amount that I want to invest into this is $1,000, then I would spread it across on the support area. So I would buy, 3 bullets. I would buy, or even 4 bullets. So I would buy $250 worth right here. And if it goes lower, I'll find another support area. Then I'll just keep buying from those support areas. So that's one way. But if you're like, hey, I think, I don't want to wait and I'm just going to do my whole $1,000, then buying it close to this support area. But if it breached below this, you have to cut your loss because you don't have any other place to entry. So cutting your loss and just letting it, pan out and do whatever you want to do, then reassess to be able to get into it. So that's just my thought about Zeta. Will Shiba Swap 2.0 be a DEX? Yes, it will. And they said that they're going to add other features to it as well too. When K9 starts staking in Shibarium. Q3. All of it Dex. Why Shitoshi? Oh, all of it is Dex with Shitoshi. What's the deal with Bone? What do you mean? Like Bone was moving because Shiba Inu was moving. Right now we're seeing a pullback on Sheeb because before it was at like 19 million as far as market cap, or really 20 million. Then it went to 19. Now it's at 18. So Sheeb is having a pullback. Um, because keep in mind, last 7 days it's been up 132%. Assets do not go straight up, so they do have to have pullbacks in order for it to have another leg up. Yes, I think there is some burns coming up. Let me find Sheepkind. He had because the wallet that's causing the burns already accumulated some I think last time I checked it was like 20 ETH. So now they're gonna probably swap it out for it. Let me see if I can find it. All right, this is the wallet here. Oh, so it's even more. So all right. So with this wallet so far is 35 ETH. So reason why we're seeing a dip on Bone. The team is selling. Last 4 hours, they've been doing some transactions right here. You could see just really from the last day or so, they've been constantly selling sheep because they're getting this balance up right here. So that way they're going to turn around and buy Shiba Inu and cause a burn. So they're almost done with so far 196,000 bone left to be able to swap out to be able to finish up the burns. So far in ETH, that's $135,000 worth of Shiba Inu that's gonna get burnt up. And this is what I was saying. Like, I wish they would have did it sooner because it is affecting some of the momentum with Bone. Because I had rather, because all this liquidity that was pumping into it, like, you don't want to sell on red candles. You capitalize on this move up right here. So to me, that was a big missed opportunity because then we could have got even more Ethereum, especially when it was up higher here. 160, 170, 150. Those should have been the time, and it could have just been one easy swoop of a swap before some of these people that came in and started selling. But Matthew said, can't wait for the crash. All burns coming with all burns coming. Why is market cap so low on bone? We will crash. Will Shiba Swap 2.0 utilize Ethereum gas fees and will they be less than No, it's gonna Shiba Swap 2.0 is gonna use Bone as the gas. So anything that's on Shibarium is gonna automatically use Bone as the gas. Now, will some people, because you could technically pair anything on any chain, because right now you could pair Bone on Ethereum network to another token. But typically speaking, most people are going to use that native chains token because that in itself serves as a almost like a medium for the pricing to be able to go higher. Because if someone's on that chain, they automatically think like, hey, I know I need to have this token. So it'll be almost like too much steps just to be able to get this token and reswap and doing all this and that. I mean, there's contracts out there that could create that for you, but for the most part, whatever chain that it's on, that's what it's going to be used for. Say, boss, I need to buy some more bone. When do you recommend me to buy? Do I need to wait after the halving, or is it better to buy now? I can't tell you when to buy or sell. The only thing I can say, guys, when it comes to buying and selling, the guide that I use is support resistance. Um, Support and resistance. That's the key to it all. Well, I was just on bone. And we could look at where support and resistance is at on bone. And also, like, we still have a whole, like, a long way to go with bone. Because keep in mind, guys, remember what I was saying when it comes to reward tokens and airdrop tokens, they tend to see like sell offs. Because when Shiba Swap was released, Bone was the reward for it. So because you were staking your Ethereum, you were staking your Shiba Inu, because you were doing all staking leash, the reward that you was given was Bone. So as people received the Bone, guess what they were doing? They were selling. Even Binance, they were staking their Shiba Inu. They had got a bulk load of Bone and they were selling their Bone. So before, Binance had Bone in their wallet, in their Binance Bone wallet. But what they were doing, they were swapping Bone out to get Ethereum. So they know about Bone. So they were swapping it out. So this is why we see like the price of Bone the way that it is. Once everything just got minted out with Bone, then the contract is now renounced. That really is the big significant like turning point of Bone. Like all of this right here, it just straights people, people get reward. I'm taking a profit reward. So when did we get it renounced? Like a little after our August or so. Like it's September. So the real like trading of Bone, as far as it being a legitimate token in my eyes, is like after August, like in September. So really from this trading point. So that's still a short lifespan, but people are still looking at Bone from the lenses of this. So even like when Treat comes out, like people are like, "Oh, I'm so excited! This is gonna do this." Is it? Like Treat is, I mean, it could start off hot, but eventually, what we're gonna see from Treat is a similar price like this. Usually, it's too late when people start making videos about Bone. I mean, I've been making videos about Bone, guys, going on 2 years now. Not even probably late November of 22. Yeah, roughly right here. because that's when the first announcement of like, oh, Shibarium is like legit about to come. Because now in my mind, whenever I started talking about bone, because before I didn't, I didn't buy any bone before this period because I already knew this was gonna happen. And anytime you have something that's inflationary, because more is coming to the market, then it's gonna automatically cause the pricing to go down. So once I heard that Shibarium was legit finna come, I was like, okay, then this is a legit play. So ever since then, I restructured my whole channel to talk about bone. How does Binance Wallet look now with bone? Well, their wallet it's zero. They sold all their bone that they had. Let me see if I can find it. That way you guys can see the transactions. And the way that I was finding it, that I found it is I was going through the Shiba Inu wallets and seeing which wallet that Binance owned. And as I was going through it, I was able to see that. And matter of fact, they sold, I think I want to say like April, or the last chunk that they had, they sold like April of last year. But prior to that, they were just like selling periodically. Let's see here. All right, this is Etherscan for Bone. Now I just need to get the Etherscan for Sheeb. All right, this is the Etherscan for Sheeb. You can see right here, Shiba Inu. I want to say it was like Binance 9. I could be wrong. Is it Binance 9? Let's try Binance 15. And this is Bone. So I'm just going to find it. Nope, that's not the one. Let me just start from the top. Binance 8. Somebody sent them one bone. Yep, this is it right here. As you can see, Binance 8, they were claiming because they had initially, they were staking their Shiba Inu and they were receiving bone from this wallet. They transfer it to their Binance wallet and they just kept constantly swapping out the bone from the wallet. So they had bone before, so they're well aware of bone. So roughly a year ago was the last time uh that they sold the remaining balance of their bone. So currently right now someone sent them one bone, but before then they had like, millions of bone. So do I need to bridge bone? Do I need to bridge my bone over off of the L1 to the L2 to save on fees? No, if it's already on the L1, you might have to save on fees. You just have to transfer it over to an exchange. Then from there you could swap it out. That would be the easiest way. I thought you had your bone on the L2 already. You could tell I'm a I'm not a big fan of Ethereum gas, and I have a big bag, so I'm trying to figure this out because it would take the same amount of gas for you to try to transfer it to the L2. So to skip extra steps, because if it's on the layer one, the easiest thing to do is to transfer it to an exchange and just pay the transfer fee because typically it's a little cheaper than trying to swap it. Matt, what's going on? Good evening. And how do we convince Matt to build an appreciating stable coin on Shibarium? I think someone just have to reach out to him and just tell him like, hey, because he's a developer at the end of the day. So if someone wanna, he may charge a fee. Say, hey, I wanna use the appreciation stable coin. I know some fees will go to him, but it would be very lucrative, especially for Shibarium. Have him create like a burn function for Bone, and that would be a very good stable coin on Shibarium. You sound like you're in a sewer pipe. I have like four different monitors, so I'm turning my head to look at the comments while the mic is in a different direction, so that's why it probably sounds the way it does. Think that one bone was a test bone, probably going to start buying it, or would it they use another wallet? No, someone actually sent that one bone to their wallet. This one bone that you're seeing, this person right here, and this was 171 days ago, they just transferred it. So it wasn't nothing. She not behaving like the last few weeks. Yeah, I mean, Sheba's coming from a consolidation period. All of this is consolidation for the last 2 years. Like, you guys gotta realize this too. The bull market in itself, the halving have not started yet. So this right here that what we're seeing is what's to come. So the official quote unquote like after the halving bull run, that have not happened yet. So we have a whole nother like 14, 16, 17 months to go to really see huge price increase. So for me, like the pricing of what anything is doing right now is just a bonus. Because each cycle, if you take a look as far as like when we see moves like this, big moves like this on a lot of different crypto assets, it's after the halving. So right now, your train of thought as far as what you should be thinking when it comes to these assets, you're hoping that some of these go down. Hoping it goes down so that way you could get in some more of these positions because after the halving happened, roughly it'll be like 6 months after April. Then that's when you're gonna start to see these crazy stories. Someone putting $20 into a crypto coin, and they are now multimillionaires, and that's gonna get retail excited. Retailers really gonna come into the market, and they're gonna be the one that's gonna pump this thing up to making Shiba Inu possibly at like 3 zeros or something like that. Something ridiculous. I'm not saying that's 100% going to happen, but it's just the likelihood of it's happening. So right now is like, man, this thing is finally about to happen. Like you're excited and you're just praying like, man, Shiba Inu, I didn't get enough, like, especially if you're one of the ones that didn't get any down here and you were just holding your position when it was up here. For me, just looking for different entries onto Shiba Inu and just waiting for this bull run to officially kick off after the Bitcoin halving and just see where it goes from there. Give Shiba and its all time chat. Yep. Some reason like this, the chat feature is blocking some of it. Let me see if I can pull it up some. So you're saying technically buying around now? For me, I'm looking for just extreme dips. So to me, it's not really extreme dip because this is the run up right here. And again, I trade super conservatively. Some people may be able to withstand this and just buy here. But if I'm looking for like an extreme dip from this last month, because remember, we're coming from like 5 zeros and now all the way up to 0.4044. So extreme dip would be somewhere maybe around here, right around the twos. But it's not guaranteed that it's gonna come to there. So that's the only problem. Like if you trade like me, you would miss a lot of plays as far as like getting your entries. How many X can it do? I think conservatively, and this is just basing it based upon the all-time highs. I think the all-time highs was like 0.408 something. I think it goes to like 0.30 at least 1.6 at the very least. So from there, I don't know how many X that is. 1 billion sheep, 20,000 bone. Think I'm ready. 100%. Like I had like 1.2 billion sheep during this last bull run, and I did pretty well with it. So you having that, yeah, you're definitely in a good position. And 20,000 bone, you are, in my opinion, well then okay. You know what I mean? When it comes to that, because $50 bone, I think that's super easily be attainable. $50, and that'll put you over $1 million or at $1 million. K9 still trying to find support resistance on it. That's 100% right. So right now it's a baby bull. That has to grow. Oh my goodness, tongue tied. I'm actually pumped about this right here too, guys. Ryoshi L2. So this is another layer two. So it doesn't have anything to do with Shibarium, but they're gonna be using Shiba Inu as their gas token. So that would help out the price of SHIB if this becomes successful. Let me clear this out of the way so that way I can explain to you guys what I mean by that. Because when it comes to like layer 2 protocols, you have what is called a bridge. And after the token comes from the bridge, it spits out like an identical token that was in the layer 1. So these two would have to equal whatever the circulating supply or whatever supply of whatever token that is. So in this case, this would be SHIB. So this would give it a burn effect without having to burn the token. So if majority of the people were able to bridge their token, their Shiba Inu from the layer 1, which is Ethereum layer, because all that token would do just come to the bridge. And the same concept that I was explaining with Bone, and it happens right here with SHIB, with all these different LPs and all these different swaps. And of course, they more likely would not use Shiba Swap because they're a competing layer 2. But whatever swap that they come out with, and they have like a huge TVL, then that in a sense is decreasing what's currently being circulated for Shiba Inu, and in the long run, it would have a positive impact on the pricing. XRP. XRP for me, just the supply of XRP is too dang high. And I get it, like as far as like the use case aspect of it, but until like these banks are really using it, I don't see, like I see the price prediction of XRP for a lot of people, because this is what 100 million supply currently being circulated, like 56 billion. Like it's gonna take a lot of buying to be able to get XRP to have the type of returns that I'm looking to get. Because a 10x from here, we're looking at $6. And I judge heavily like as far as like what can I get out of this during this coming bull run. You know, am I looking for a 10x? Am I looking for 30x? And these are some of the numbers that plays in my head. So XRP, like for me, again, do whatever you want, but for me, it just doesn't make sense for me. Long term, maybe. And even when I do this model as well too, like from its all-time high, which was $3 and probably higher than that. Let me get the, yeah, so roughly $3.84. So if I'm even being generous and saying I'm gonna round this up to 4. So from this breakout level, 100% up move from 4, that's $8. Like I could find other tokens that's on the market that I could easily get a 10x or even more without the stress of it. Because like being in XRP, I feel like I would be stressed. No, she said, so hold my sheep for 10 years is what I'm hearing. Absolutely not. Because you don't know if sheep's going to be around for 10 years. So for me, you could have a 10-year bag and that's separate. Then you could also have a bag that's only for the bull run. Like the 1 billion, I had over a billion sheep last bull run, and I don't have that much going this bull run. Like my main focus right now is on Bone because I'm always looking for which crypto is going to give me the most bang for my buck. If I'm going to park my money, park my capital somewhere, which one could get me most bang for my buck and without the headache or the stress of it. Caspa. I think I looked at Caspa before. I think that's an easy 10x. Yeah, that's an easy 10x, easily. 16 cents. 22 billion circulating. I could see it getting to in over a buck. Like even when I was looking at crypto is a headache. I promise you, the headache as far as with crypto, it's almost over. It is almost over. So we're about to see some nice price action. Same thing with Crow. 26 billion. You got close to a buck. What about Doge? I can't stand Doge. And the reason why I can't stand Doge is because I had a lot of Doge back in 2016, 2017, but I eventually sold. And a lot of people back then, the experts in the space, they were like, Doge would never get above a penny. And I believed them because that was like my first idea. I was like, man, what if Doge could get to a penny? Because keep in mind, at the time, Doge was like maybe like 2 zeros or 3 zeros. It was like extremely low, guys. Let me zoom back out. And yeah, this is why I cannot stand Doge. Because I was in it and I didn't capitalize on it. So roughly, yeah, so it was at 3 zeros, guys. So I invested roughly about $1,000 into it. So it was a couple of I don't think, let me see how much. I want to say I don't remember exact amount, but I had invest in it through Poloniex. Now Poloniex, they end up saying like, hey, and that was another reason why I sold too, because they were like, because that was my exchange of choice back then, and they were like, hey, we're no longer gonna serve U.S. customers, blah blah blah, and it was like, okay, whatever. Let me just sell, take my money, go somewhere else. And yeah, I sold. People were like so against it. And this is why when people say like Shiba Inu's never gonna get to a penny, I'm like, look, I can't for sure say Shiba Inu can't get to a penny, but I can tell you the same argument that people were making back in the day, 2016, 2017, 2018, about Dogecoin is being the same thing said about Shiba Inu. And looking at it now, like I legit could have been a millionaire, with Dogecoin, especially with this run up. So, but as far as me investing into it now, I wouldn't, due to the fact that the supply of it is infinity. More and more token is being produced. I mean, even if it's not a lot, I don't like anything that's inflationary because it reminds me of fiat. And you see how fiat do in a long span of time. So Dogecoin, not a fan. Because realistically speaking, if I buy it now and it's at $173 billion, I mean 143 billion circulating supply. Realistically, where is this thing gonna go? Like Elon would need to put it on everything, and he would need to constantly tweet about it. And to me, those are too many variables that I can't account for. So I'm like, pass. So this might be a hidden gem. Let me take a look at it. Immediately, what catches that caught my eyes on this is this. Not gonna lie, that is kind of sexy. 1 million as far as with the circulating supply. Well, I'm sorry, total supply. Circulating supply is 521,000. Like I love any place that the circulating supply is small, because then you're just using the simple supply and demand. Um, and as the demand increase, like yeah. See, like this is I'm a bookmark this. Where can you buy this at? Now, without even doing much research on this, like if I seen during the last bull run you had this huge run up, because this is a crazy run up all the way to $280. And I'm thinking if you at least get maybe halfway to your run up, this is not bad at all. Let me try to change it on here. URUS. URUS. But what do they do though? I'm gonna end up doing more research on them, but I wonder what do they do. We're looking at a just for it to get back to not even to its all-time highs, but roughly around half of its all-time high. We're looking at 1,837%. This is definitely a hidden gem. I'm gonna do some research on them and just seeing what they're all about. Because $100 investment into that would roughly be, be more than 10x. Maybe like 18 ish. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is low risk. This is nearly at its lows. Nearly at its lows. We got the halving. And as long as, this is a reliable team that's out here and they've been working through this bear cycle, and I don't see no reason why this could not get back to its all-time highs. Gotta gotta go. Thanks for everything. No problem, man. Stay safe out there. I have 440, I guess, euros in Pepe. Should I sell or keep or transfer it to Sheeb? I can't give you buy or sell recommendation, but we could always look at the chart. To me, Pepe, this is just the start of it. Because we know there's going to be another meme season out there. And it's all like when it comes to buying and selling, it's based upon your strategy. Because my strategy may not work for your strategy. That's why like you should never ask anybody like should I buy or should I sell? But this is why you have to just formulate your own strategy just to be able to see. Because once you have your own strategy, your own goal, all of those play factors as far as investing. Like, are you a day trader? Are you a long bias trader? Like, there's so many questions that you would have to answer in order to for you to be able to make the decision as far as am I gonna hold my Pepe or am I gonna sell my Pepe? Will Pepe continue to rise? It has this current in a downfall. Your random RS big shout out. I watch your video all the time. Bone to $9 come end of April. A lot of people are gonna be sick when they see that. So Jordan says bone to $9 by the end of April. When I mean a lot of people are gonna be sick because due to the sheer number of comments that I get from so many different people, like Bone is never gonna get some people like Bone is never gonna get back over $1. This is gonna go down all the way to 10 cents. This is what people were saying just a few weeks ago. And all of a sudden Bone get his pop. And like I said, I always tell people like Bone is bearish until it's not. Like it could switch that fast. So now that K9 token has been released, when will K9 DApp launch? I think they're saying Q3. Q3 is when the DApp is gonna launch. Uniswap got it. Hey Arts, view on VRA. VRA. Let's take a look at VRA. Circulating supply is 10 billion. It's on some nice exchanges, KuCoin, crypto. So this is not bad just based upon where it's listed upon. Now, nothing's not 100% guaranteed, but sometimes I look at the markets as far as where it's listed on because I'm assuming that the centralized exchanges already did their due diligence for me. So if I'm seeing like KuCoin, Crypto.com, like some of the big names that just don't list anybody, then it gives me a little bit more confidence as far as with that crypto. Um, this 10 billion, I don't like it, but I think it could certainly be a 10x because it is coming off of its lows. So your risk reward on this is not too bad. Definitely would have been better at the 0.20s mark, but this is definitely closer to its lows than it is to its highs. So I think this could potentially 10x because you got the highs right here, roughly 8 cents. Bull market, money pumping into it. Yeah, I haven't talked about Foxify in a while. Um, yeah, just I don't know. It for me, I was just like just watch and wait and see what happened with Foxify. Like I still got my token still staked. But like I don't like the whole Tyson Fury thing. Like I don't know what. Like I've been following with the community, and I don't know how long, so I don't know what's happening. A couple of things that I thought was gonna happen didn't happen, so just like okay. It's a Dex. Check out SLN Smart Layer Network. Max supply 100 million. Got the OKX, KuCoin. This is what just still baffles me. Like, why is Bone not on KuCoin? Crypto.com. So it's passing some of the. It's giving a whole bunch of green check marks, especially with this right here. So this is another one I'm gonna add to my watch list. Hey, I sure appreciate you guys dropping these tokens. And this is the reason why I also like the 404s too, guys. Because the 404s, there's two elements I'm talking about the ERC 404s. There's two elements to it. You have NFT buyers who loves NFTs, and they will FOMO in on any NFT that comes out that has volume, etc., etc. Then you have the token aspect where some people like to be, degen into anything that's moving. And if you combine those two together, there it is right here. If you combine those two things together, then you could see like huge run ups. So this is why I'm holding on to my Shiboshis, waiting for the bull market, because the circulating supply, or the supply that's out there, it's only 20,000. So that is stupidly low as far as when it comes to a circulating supply. And you're getting both demands as far as from NFT buyers as well as regular token buyers. So anytime that I'm looking at any of these, and this is why like Alien, I like it because this is only 10. Now, if this could get like sub, you know, like getting the one digits, then I'm gonna try to do my best just to be able to load the boat on a lot of these. Because I look at the circulating supply, the pricing, like this right here. This is something that, if I just put this on my watch list as well too. Because 10,000 and it's at $8.59. Trying to get like 20 or 30. I mean, even if you can get like 100 of this joint, and this gets to $1,000, which it could easily get done due to the fact of the circulating supply, and you're looking at a pretty nice gain with the low downside. So $859 investment could legit, you know, turn into $100,000 investment. Because when it's all said and done, and I'm not, and again, I haven't did research on this. I'm just giving you guys an example. But 10,000 supply, that's only a $10 million market cap. That's still considered to be low. So this is why I'm adding this to my watch list. So that way I could do my research, see what it is, hold on to this, and this is not a play that's going to happen. I mean, it could happen overnight, but realistically speaking, I'm looking at this maybe like 9, 10, maybe even 11 months down the line. So when I see projects on Shibarium that actually have that, which is skulls. So I got some skulls and I'm waiting for more dips. Like it just this hasn't dipped, you know. I'm up, but skulls haven't dipped. I'm looking for it to just have a, you know, hopefully people just like, hey, let me just take profit, get it down. I'm trying to load the bag on this, and especially if they could get their name on Coin Market Cap with the 404 as well, and I think that would be a pretty good situation there. Bob, what's going on? Do you know about El Hippo? El Hippo. Nah, that's the first I heard of El Hippo. Said HIPP. Crow breakout by now. That's the thing. Like I don't like buying at a breakout. I like buying at a consolidation point, support area. El Hippo. What do they do? Or is it just a meme? Got the support right here. Got resistance right here. So if we're looking at it just purely based upon a channel, it is closer to the lower part of the channel versus the top part, which is not a bad entry point. Talk about Doge Killer. What about it, though? What about Leash? Leash been in a consolidation for the past, what, 2 years? Roughly, yes, that's 2012. So it is breaking out of its consolidation zone, which is what you would like to see on any project that's been consolidating that long. And that's something that I was warning a lot of people about Sheeb, because the same thing happened to Sheeb. It was in a consolidation zone for like 2 years. And I said, once it breaks past its consolidation, then you're going to see like a big price skip. The thing that tend to happen when a project is going sideways or the chart is going sideways, people lose interest. So people who are buying in here and here and here and here, after 2 years, a lot of them tend to want to give up and be like, you know what, let me sell. And they'll sell it at a loss. So leaving not strong resistance area. So 2000, in my opinion, it may not be a strong resistance area due to the fact that some of the people that was in here might have already sold or even forgotten about it. So when it comes to this spot, they may not know that it's even there. So got this pop. Definitely need to get above that 758, $758. And if it does get above it, then we could count this as a fake out breakdown, like a fake breakdown, I should say. That is correct. So historically, alts pump after BTC makes all-time highs. That is correct. So this is why I say like we're still in a good position. Like the real fun in alts have not started yet. We're seeing nice little upcoming price action of what we could expect for once the alts really start to pump. Without any news, do you think Bone will get back to 80 cents before the halving? Anything is possible. If the team is continuing to sell like the way that they're doing, they could definitely get back there. Let me see if I can find that. Yeah, there it is right here. So the team they've been swapping Bone out. The last 4 hours they did some swaps. So currently 135,000 Ethereum is ready to be able to buy Shiba Inu. So if they continue to, and they still have more Bone left to sell to be able to get the price maybe back down to 80 cents. So, and I just can't wait till like all of this part is over with, because once this part is over with them selling, and I think there's another wallet as well too, which is the, we go to the Shiba swap. All right, there's Deployer 2. Yeah, because the Deployer 2 have 425,000 Bone left as well. So, yeah. Todd is betting the farm on Crow. I think Crow would do, it's gonna do well overall because it's an exchange. Um Blockchain. They're also creating a layer two as well too. That's gonna be on Ethereum. So Crow in a sense, it's gonna do well overall. It just, for me, like I would and again, this is just for me. Like Crow would be one of those plays that I use as like a safety gimme type of play that I could see could easily 10x because there's so much going for it. Alt's going to pull back. Let's take a look. Anybody think we see an all-time high at the end of the month for Bitcoin? That's it, at the end of the month or at the end of the week? Start the poll and see what you guys think. Most likely pumping the happy I bought leash at 350. Now that's definitely a good buy if you bought it at 350 there. But this is the first bounce that it's having. Depending if this candle closes green today, then we could see maybe a potential 2-day rally. Leash going back to its all-time high. I know a lot of people who got like boatloads of it's not even, I think it's like 8K. But the people, a lot of people would be excited. Bone cheap now, buy now before it goes to $10. leash would go back to all-time highs. Yes, bullish on BTC and SHIB. All-time high next week. Then alt pull back for a slingshot. New listener in Florida. Is Florida as crazy as people say it is? I know I see the memes and stuff like that. How crazy is Florida? What's up with Ryoshi Vision? They came out with a tweet, guys. So with Ryoshi Vision, so let's see here. Let's take a look at that tweet, and I end up following them. They dropped this tweet yesterday. They said another 1 trillion Ryoshi have been burnt, taking the total over 681 trillion destroyed, with a total supply of 1,000 trillion. That only leaves 319 trillion tokens remaining for the Ryoshi Vision community. Liquidity is locked on Shiba Swap DEX and can also be purchased on Uniswap. So maybe Ryoshi might be coming back, guys. It might be. Matter of fact, let me pull it up. And when I saw that tweet, I was like, should I just slap $100 into it and just see what it do? Because I think I got Ryoshi somewhere. I got to find which wallet. But I remember back in the day, I received some Ryoshi for as reward. So, and again, reason why Ryoshi got destroyed the way it did, because it's a reward token. Like reward tokens, they're not the best as far as to buy and accumulate. You're gonna triple down on that tonight. Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, like I'm legit thinking about just slapping $100 into Ryoshi and let's go, baby, and see where you're gonna go. Cause looking at the overall chart of it, again, it had this nice pump, and the people who got their rewards just sell, 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 sell. And now it's just been flatline. And I actually like charts like this, especially if like if the community is gonna be involved or a team's gonna get involved, then all the people who forgot about their Ryoshi, including me, don't even know where mine's at, may not even have the ability to be able to sell. So this is roughly what? How many zeros is that right now? Is it 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 zeros, 11. So $100 into it at 7 zeros would get you somewhere what, above $1 billion. That'll put me at 9.6 billion. And imagine it just getting to where Pepe's at. 506. That's $57,000. So that's definitely not a bad risk reward, but something definitely got to happen as far as with the team though. And since let me take a look at their, let me just verify something real quick. And notice like how many holders it has. Ew. It looks like people could still claim from it, so I don't know. I might stay away from it because that's roughly what. Yeah. You just exit out of yours. I kept all my Ryoshi reward too. I wonder how much reward I have in Ryoshi. I don't even know. I don't even know which wallet I had it on. What about Treat? Definitely not buying Treat. I mean, there's gonna be pockets of opportunity for Treat to have like a nice run up. Not saying that it's just gonna automatically just get destroyed, but just based upon my experiences with reward tokens, airdrop tokens, that's what you normally see. Let me pull up ARB. Because I believe ARB, after people got their airdrop when it was trading, what, at like $10 or something like that. What is BS Punk? Is that, I think I've seen it before. Is that on Shibarium? BS Punk. That baby. Is this it right here? Or is this? Well, Treat is not going to come out into Shiba Swap 2.0 comes out because that's going to be the reward for people, the incentive to get people onto Shiba Swap. Until that comes out, and there's no need for Treat. For this, one of the rules for me as far as buying any Shibarium project, liquidity got to at least be $10,000 or more. So this is super low. If it was above 10, then I'll probably wait to it get to support area somewhere around here, because now it's closer to its highs than it is to its lows. I mean, the market cap of it is extremely low, but that's just one of the requirements. And is there a team behind them too, or is it just like a community? K9 is still trending #1 on Ethereum. All right, be right back for a second, guys. All right, guys, I am back. Are you able to stake your bone on Shibarium right now? Yes, you are able to. You stake it through a validator. Currently, right now, I think mine's in. I stake through the Asia validator. Coinbase fees are ridiculous just to transfer to my wallet from their site. Yeah, if it's Ethereum, that's just the that's just the Ethereum fee. It's just Ethereum. It is ridiculous. Been watching for a while. Appreciate what you do for all of Shibarium. You the man. Keep up the good work, man. I sure appreciate you guys, man, for watching, supporting. It's because you guys, my channel, is where it's at today. I remember when it was roughly at like 3,000. I had 3,000 subs. It almost seemed like overnight I'm already at 12K subs. I am buying bone on CDC, which is trading about 10 cents higher than CMC says. So I need bone to hit around 90 cents on CMC to get in 1-to-1. Yeah, for some reason, they're typically higher on crypto.com. And it just crypto.com, it makes it easier for you to buy. So sometimes, even the last go around, I think Bone was trading. I think Bone was at like 58 cents, and I end up buying it at like 62 cents on CDC. I think I'm gonna get some bad idea today. It's gonna be my first bag of bad idea. Cause I've been putting it off for the longest. Matter of fact, let me just take a look. I think bad ideas on MBXC. So what I'm gonna end up doing is probably getting some Bitcoin, transferring the Bitcoin to MEXC, swap it, buy some bad idea, wait till the gas is low, then transfer my bad idea. I mean, that's like so many different steps that I have to do just to get some bad idea. But I think today's gonna be the day that I'm gonna get some. Let me, as soon as this load up. So this is some alpha for you guys. I'm getting some bad idea today. So let me just do my calculation. What APR or rewards do you receive on bone staking? Where do you recommend? I actually don't recommend it. The reason being is the APR on it, I think is roughly like 2%. It's not that much. And the reward that you receive is more bone. So for delegators and validators, you get bone. So I did a test, and I think, in fact, let me pull it up. And I did it from like day one. Let's see if I can pull it up. One thing I'm pissed off like as far as with bad idea. that I didn't get it in the nines though. Had an opportunity to get it in the nines. All right, stake or your account. So this is what, roughly going on, I guess August would make it a year. Just about to add it to Chat GPT and just see what's my rewards been so far. I'll give you that answer in just a few. So, according to ChatGPT, I'm roughly receiving 1.42% APR. So this is the amount that I staked, 8 bones, and so far my total reward is 0.0841. I mean, it's not that much, but it's 1.42. I know with OKX, they're offering 2%, so theirs is a little higher. But one thing to keep in mind, I think it's gonna be higher at a future date. And the reason why I say that is because we still have that 20 million that hasn't been tapped into as of yet. So eventually that's gonna get tapped into. So if that happens, then we should be able to see higher higher APR. Yeah, no, I agree. It's horrible. So like to get more bang for your buck, and this is why like my primarily what I was doing to be able to get more bone was just in trading it on different Shibarium projects as well as NFTs, just to be able to capitalize for that because you could actually get more if you lend out your bone for a while. Was I was doing that and I haven't done it in maybe a few months now. Let's go to mantra. Yeah, for a while I was providing liquidity on a lot of these top NFTs here, like Shiba Punks, providing liquidity where people are coming out using your tokens. They'll swap it out for NFT. Then, so let's take a look at a lending pool right now. Like you could set your payback of how much you want. So this loan right here, payback 3% interest in 15 days. This one's 5% in 10 days, 1% in 5 days. So there's definitely opportunities, but this is, I mean, you gotta also, I mean, there's risk and there's also reward to it. So it's not as easy as just putting capital out and expecting to get like 5% like every 3 days or every 5 days. Um, you got to be able to learn or time like the pricing of these NFTs, of which direction they're gonna go to. So for a while, I did pretty well. I even made a video on how I was capitalized on it because I was actually at one point just providing liquidity and giving out my bone. I was making maybe 100% like every 2 days, which was ridiculous. Like, eventually I made a video about it. People found out about it, and I pretty much just diluted the market. I could have kept the secret to myself, but I let everybody know. Um, and then people just started just copying exactly what I was doing, and now it's saturated. There's still pockets here and there that you could still capitalize just to be able to get a nice APR. So if you hold Shiba Inu, you are the new 1%. You have no idea what's coming. Well, it was a bad idea not to buy then. Absolutely, like it, because I seen it because I saw the little flyer right before the announcement of Shibarium, and I was like, bad idea, and I searched it and I saw it. I was like, oh, this is not bad at all, especially with the price. But yeah, but I'm gonna buy it today though. After this live, I'm gonna buy some because this is what I figure here, and let me know if you guys are already in bad idea, if my train of thought is correct. So $100 at 7 zeros, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That'll put me roughly around like 2 billion, 2.7 billion. Bad idea. And I think bad idea could at least get the 5 zeros. What you guys think? 5 zeros or no? Bob, your question as far as any significant news, listings. Listings, they typically just happen sporadically. We don't know when that's gonna happen. But news around Shibarium, none that I know of. And K9, we're not gonna see any, at least the stuff that for the liquid staking. We're not gonna see that probably until Q3. So, and it goes right along with my timeline as far as when I'm looking to exit out of Bone, late 2024 and early part between that window, late 2024, early part of 2025. Anybody caught this guy's interview, Mr. Buns? This is 100%, guys, when it comes to the cycle. We are here. I wouldn't even say we are here. We're probably more closer to this right here. We are here. That first little rise up. This is where we're at. So we still have, again, guys, we still have another 12 to 18 months of madness within the market. What are you buying today? I'm actually buying some bad idea AI. Ethereum above 39? Let's go. Will Ethereum hit 4K? What's the overall market doing? Any news? $67, nothing. But let's go. Oh, 68. What's happening? Are we about to have a nice little rally? Get Bitcoin to 69 again? Take a look at K9. Forming a base right here. I got a question. Are you taking records of the trades you made? Because I'm lost with everything I did. All trades I made don't add up anymore. I'm really clueless. What do you mean, like like recording it for taxes or for your average? No, I 100% agree. ETH gas fees are ridiculous. And this is why Solana is trying to overtake them. Like it's to the point where the gas fees is forcing me to go on centralized exchanges to buy. I'm waiting for. I'm not getting in onto K9 until it actually hits an exchange because of the gas fees. Like I think most people are starting to get fed up with the gas fees. Invest 5K right now in Sheep. Are you asking me should you? I can't give you trade advice. Currently at 76 likes, guys. So if you have not liked this video yet or this live yet, do me a huge favor, hit that like button. If you yet to subscribe, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. In a little bit of a sell off right here on K9. My bone price prediction by the end of 2024. That would actually be best case scenario for me. I would see bone above $100. And I tell people this all the time. It's not even a baseless like prediction. The reason why I think it can and more likely will is due to the fact of the liquidity event and K9 finance as well. That is true. You breathe on the ETH chain, it'll cost you $50. Like $50 in the hole automatically. That to me that is not sustainable. Not at all. More growth potential. X on Bone, then Shiba Bull Run. I think so. The reason why I think Bone like potential as far as the growth of it, it goes back to where is Bone listed at and where is Shiba Inu's listed at. How many volume is Shiba Inu's getting versus how much volume Bone is getting as well. The market cap is not a big factor, but it just still gives you an idea as far as like the multiplying effect. So let me get Sheeb pulled up because Sheeb is listed on, last time I checked, like well over like 400 different exchanges. Bone is listed on like 40. So it lets you know there's definitely a big opportunity. And not only that, you have people that's in Sheeb that's not into Bone, but I could confidently say majority of the people that's into Bone already is into Sheeb as well. I mean, not everyone, but I would say a big number is. So seeing, just knowing how does human psychology work as far as how people, traders love to see green candles. So if Bone continue to have like a big pump, especially once we break like $2 mark, I think we're gonna see a lot of FOMO just coming in. No, bro, we need an alternative. Alternative to what? Hold on for a second. My alarm is going off. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Like, yeah, 42 different pairings. Shiba Inu, because there's more exchanges are gonna start listing Bone at a later date. Look at all of this. 100, and this goes to like 4 pages. Like the market cap on Shiba Inu, 18 billion. So for it to double, to have to double your money on Shiba Inu, it needs to be at least at like 36 billion. Bone, on the other hand, even though this market cap is like technically wrong, it's 230 million just according to CMC. So roughly it being at 500 million, which is literally $2, would get you a doubling effect as far as with your money. So to be able to get more bang for your buck, so if I'm investing $100, my $100 would turn into $200 faster versus investing into Sheeb. Now Sheeb is a safer play, but Bone to me has the biggest return for any investor out of a lot of different cryptos. Said probably the reason Ryoshi left is because he waiting for the gas price to come down. Now that was one of like the main reason for Shibarium. They had said that was the what he had wanted, but I mean, and again, you never really know, but at least that's what was told to us. Let me see if the team is still selling. Did I just missed something in 6 hours ago. Okay. Still sitting at 35. That's actually a good thing, especially for the burns. This is what we want to see. Because if the price of Ethereum keeps going up right now, and the price of SHIB is going down, that 35 ETH that we have, it's growing in value. So the dollar amount that we're able to convert over to buy would be would be bigger. So you're able to get almost double the amount of SHIB as the price of Ethereum keeps going up. That was I was thinking, I'm glad you brought this up. The ARB Doge. I was trying to think of this token for the longest. And that's one that I was like, I didn't hear anything about it during this like run up here. Which one is it? What's the ticker for it? Yeah, I think for me, $10, $15 bone easily gonna get done. But we definitely need those that liquidity event. We need that liquidity event because that could trigger um more exchanges listing bone. Not only that, this will put us in a good space as far as to be able to have 100,000 wallet holders. So the liquidity event, having a nice big fat liquidity event, will make Shiba Inu talked about. You know, we're getting the talk again, especially with the big price move of SHIB. I remember somebody talking about this coin before. Pond. Anybody remember people talking about this coin? Pond coin? Currently at 6 zeros. Looks like we got a news from. So they are currently live on Ethereum. Let's see where the price is going. Don't tell me I already at 12 cents on Ethereum. Oh boy. It's actually a little stressful. I did sell. I sold mines, unfortunately. because again, I didn't want to have to deal with the Ethereum gas fees. Let's just say the amount that I had I kept it, would have been close to like 4,000, like $4,000. Instead, I got like half of that. Hopefully, they come back to Shibarium. Hopefully, they do. Got this nice pop, like $14,000. I'm gonna still keep an eye on them just to see. But man, these Ethereum gas fees, not the business. How does the work? How does that work if you still have holding on Shibarium? They automatically airdropped it to you. If you still have it, they say they're gonna automatically airdrop to the holders on Ethereum there. So you just have to get that contract address and just add it to your Ethereum wallet. I mean, they left 8K on Shibarium. What can you buy? Because there is technically still a little bit of liquidity there. Not that much. Hey, that's what's up. So $15 bone. Your boy is quitting his job with a skip to the bank. 100%. Like when you do that, I definitely need to have you come onto the channel. You don't have to reveal your face if you don't want to, but yeah, I want to get the story. On Shibarium, it's showing 8 cents on CryptIQ. On Ethereum, it's showing 12 cents. Yep, it is right here on Ethereum. 12 cents. I think I found the next Solana. Bone. Easy way to get bread. What else is going on in the market? Safe Moon. Well, guys, I think I'm about to wrap it up. Any final questions? And again, if you guys are new to the channel, before you go, hit that like button if you have not already done so, as well as hit that subscribe button. This is Random Arts Guy signing off. Peace.